Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about the power of journaling. I'm sitting here this morning and I'm doing some journaling, and it got me thinking about just sharing this concept with you. I had a talk yesterday with a friend of mine, and we were talking about just how journaling works, and he was saying that he had a challenge previously to even using his journal, because he was doing the same thing that I was doing a while back, which was using the journal just as a diary, just logging the things that I was doing, and I felt almost obligated to the process. I even got to a point where I was having in one journal where I started writing, do I even like writing in my journal? Do I even like this process, or this is just one more thing that I've added to the stuff I have to do? So it got me thinking about what really is the purpose behind pen and paper each day. Well, what I do is I find a quiet place first thing in the morning, and I sit there and I sort of pause and reflect on what's happening at that time. And I've moved away from trying to feel like I have to do it every day, but it's become a great daily habit. And the things that I write in my journal are things like, how do I want to be perceived today? Right? What are my internal challenges that I'm wrestling with? What are my values that I'm trying to project? And what are the things that I want to work on? Now, by the process of actually writing those questions down and writing those good questions down in your journal, what you'll find is that through that process of writing them, you'll start to answer those questions subconsciously before you even get to the answer. And the answers that you come up with often are going to be different than what the answers you thought you would have. Here's an example. Prior to going into a meeting that I had, I pulled out my journal and I just started writing about, how do I want this meeting to go? What perceptions do I want the people in the meeting to have of me? And what intentions am I trying to set? And so prior to that, I said, everybody going into this meeting is probably fearful and nervous about all the changes that are going on in the organization. So this is not the time to really have an agenda. This is not the time to sort of push my point of view. This is the time for me to be completely in service to all those around me in this meeting. There's going to be a time and a place. And through journaling, I actually wrestled with that idea, and I almost acted as my own self-mentor. And that's why the journaling is such a powerful tool for you guys when you're trying to figure out sort of how to wrestle with some ideas. Another thing is when I'm wrestling with relationship issues or things that are really sort of on my mind, I put it into my journal and I sort of work through it. And like I said, the one issue I had was, do I really like journaling? Do I see myself doing this for the next 5, 10, 20 years? And I had about a 3-page almost dialogue with myself about whether I should be journaling or not. And through that sort of dialogue, I realized that this is a great skill, but as long as I do it on my terms, and as long as I use it in a way that's productive for me. And so that's what I'm asking you guys to think about, is if you're going to write in a journal, if you're going to build that as a habit, what value are you going to get from it? Or is it just one more thing that you think you have to do? So I don't want you to have to do anything. I want you to choose to journal and write these thoughts. And when you get to that point where you're frustrated in journaling, have that conversation whether you even like it or not. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say about that process and the value you're getting from it, or the ways that you think journaling sucks. Because we're all going to learn and grow together. I look forward to it.